Hi guys, so Sky News is reinforcing exactly the same points that I made in a recent video about Nigel Farage criticising the police when it came to them doing their frigging job. And what is that? They need to maintain the peace, but they also need to uphold people's right to protest. Now this is of course in respect to the protest taking place outside the Bell Hotel in Epping. Have a listen to this.
The particular incident that has been highlighted by the leader of Reform, Nigel Farage, today surrounds some of the violent scenes that we saw last Thursday night outside the Bell Hotel in Epping, when a number of anti-protesters who were coming into the centre of Epping were walked with police officers in, and then for their own safety, in the words of the Chief Constable, were given a vehicle to be able to move away for the preservation of the peace, is how the Chief Constable described it. That has come under great criticism from Nigel Farage and others who say that that shows a favouritism, that it is, in the leader of Reform UK's perspective, one of the reasons why it turned so violent last Thursday night. That is something that the Chief Constable flatly denied to us just a short time ago.
Okay, so who is right in this scenario? Is it the police or is it Nigel Farage? Look, the police have a very difficult job to do. They have to maintain order, but they also have to respect or maintain people's right to protest. So what happened probably in this situation? A small group of anti-racist protesters, counter-protesters, approached the police and said, we would like to attend this event. We will pledge to be peaceful. And the police took them at their word and they escorted them to this protest. And because the situation got out of hand because of the right-wing thugs, the counter-protesters needed to leave. And it was not safe for them to leave by themselves, so the police extended support to them in the same way as they extended support to them to arrive at the event. This is the job of the police. They have a difficult job. They have to maintain peace and order, but they also have to uphold people's right to protest. So it's likely they spoke to the counter-protesters and got a pledge from them, a promise that they would not engage in violence. Because the police could say, look, we're not going to allow you to attend because we believe you're going to engage in violence. But they did not believe that was the case, so that's why they allowed them to go. And also, because the situation had got extremely heated and the police had actually been attacked by right-wing thugs, it was not safe for the counter-protesters to leave at that stage. So their exit was facilitated by the police. Now, while Farage was saying this is two-tier policing, this happens all the time when it comes to when it comes to football matches. If people fear their life is in danger or their safety is in danger, the police will facilitate an exit for them. We've seen it also with right-wing protesters, where they're outnumbered and they fear that they may be attacked. Their exit is facilitated by police. You can find numerous videos online about this. The job of the police is to both maintain order and uphold people's right to protest. They're not picking sides here. Farage is trying to sell the idea that the police is picking sides. And also notice that he's trying to sell another idea, that if you don't agree with him, you shouldn't be allowed to protest. He would have instructed the police to deny the counter-protest their right to protest, because he blames them for the violence. He blames them for the disorder, when it was actually the right-wing thugs that were attacking the police, not the so-called Antifa people. They were the Antifa people, the anti-racist protesters, were completely outnumbered. That's why they had to leave under a police escort or within police vans. If they were outnumbering the so-called concerned citizens, then why would they need the police to help them? So obviously they were the ones who felt threatened, and that's why the police facilitated their exit. But Farage is trying to tap into this idea that there's two-tier policing, or the police only care about left-wingers, don't care about right-wingers. The police are willing to beat up people who are concerned about immigration. He's playing with fire here, and he doesn't care about who gets burnt. Just like last year. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think, and I'll see you in the next video.